Greetings, all. I'm looking out here at this day, and I'm enjoying it. But when I got up this morning, going out across the mountain there, it was a mist, a cloud kind of hanging on the mountain. But to the east, over there, sunshine. Sunshine was over here. And the sun was bright. I mean, the trees and the grass reflected the sunlight always like there were no clouds in the sky, even though there were clouds there. And I was thinking the day is going to be pretty good. And I'm not saying that the day is not pretty good. The day is actually very good. It is cool, but it's rainy, which is different to what I expected. Sometimes we have plans that we gotta be prepared to change. And our world today, you have to live like that. If you don't live like that, you will look back if you survive and say, I had the opportunity to do this and I didn't do it. And there are times in my life when I say, the same thing. Because the things that I saw coming, that I experienced, when I looked at the world from 1978, 80, I began to see the things happening that it's almost like I was watching a movie. And I can, whenever a move was made, I know what to expect, what was coming. I taught my children. I taught my sons. I told them what to expect, what they're going to have to do to survive. I told them, you're going to have to take care of each other. But if your brothers don't want to take care of you, don't be afraid to leave them alone, because they're going to destroy themselves and you have to survive. I told them individually and as a group. I said, look, you guys have to work together in order to survive what's coming. However, if three of you work together and the other one don't want to work with you, get rid of him. Don't keep him. No, it's hard because you're brothers, but don't keep him, because you'll end up destroying your success and your ability to live, not just survive, but live. Today, I'm surprised to see their actions. Most of them following a path that I warned them about. Because they're intelligent people. And when I say intelligent people, I know what intelligence is. When a man sees something and learns something, when my children can sit down and tell me what I told them 12, 15 years ago. They can explain to me what's happening in the world around them, but still they are not preparing themselves for it. Most of what I see them do following the trajectory of the average person in the street. They are a man with knowledge still doing the foolishness that people without knowledge doing, without the knowledge that they have are doing. And I comprehend what's happening because peer pressure and the need to fit in and all of that kind of foolishness. I went through that. I know it. You know, I was in the military, and I see how that works. You can't be in the military unless you have to give up your individuality and go along with what the crowd is doing. You know, you can see that in today's atmosphere with military people who don't agree with the manner in which the war against Iran and Russia, that's the war, but the individual conflicts, you know, like the conflict against Iran, they don't agree with it. So what did the U.S. government leadership do? They get rid of these people. See? People warn the Secretary of the Military Defense Department that attacking unarmed civilian vessels in the Caribbean is a war crime. So what the Secretary of State does, Rubio goes threaten the ICC about prosecuting Americans for bringing harm to people who are defenseless. So you have to, I have to look at that and I say, well, what is. But as adults now, they have to suffer their fate. And what you are seeing in my videos, what you're hearing in my videos, what you're hearing in my videos is a warning to you and anybody else who would want to listen. And from the beginning of this, you know what? I don't want 10,000 people, 50,000 people, 100,000 people hearing my videos. I don't. Because then it becomes like the Bible. You read the Bible, you got 50 million pastors on the planet, each one telling a story about God, telling God's story. They are speaking, they know what God is thinking. See, a good example is that you hear pastors talking about God is coming for his world. The world is coming to an end. The world is not coming to an end. Man is coming to an end. Not the world. The earth is going to remain. And this is not the first time that has happened. Even the story in the Bible about the great flood. The world didn't go anywhere. The earth didn't go anywhere. It was all men that wiped off the planet. And it's not happened. That's not the only time that it's happened. Or it was done, not happened. It was done. This has happened many, many times before. The people who built the pyramids, in the time that the pyramids was built, and I'm using a particular word, was. Like I said, were, but was, because all of them, wherever they are in the world, and there are several across the whole planet, I'm referring to a particular era. A number of pyramids were built, but if you look at them, though the designs were a little bit different, they are built for the very same purpose. They reached a level of technology and they saw what was approaching. And they built those pyramids knowing that it would be left behind and hoping that the people who came after us, the people who came after, oh my goodness, I used the wrong word, I said us. The people who came after the pyramids were built after destruction would wonder, why are these things here in the middle of nowhere, or supposedly in the middle of nowhere? How were they built? Why were they built? And there are lots of people asking those questions. Some people have found the answers, and they're being hidden, and that's another story. If we survive long enough, we will know the truth. We will know the facts. But the one fact about it is that this is a repeating. This system always repeats itself. And the people in the corporation that I told you that releases this knowledge slowly into hoping that they will be able to control it further down when it comes time, this time, that they will be able to control it this time. They fail to see something. That you can't repeat something expecting for a different outcome. You see, when we first decided that we were going to go into what people are calling space, outside the Earth, not outside the Earth atmosphere, but outside the Earth. We haven't gone outside the Earth atmosphere yet. Anyway, when they decided to do that, instead of doing it, say, look, we want to go explore the other planets and do this, do that. They turn it into a military competition. Well, you know, if we can put satellites up there so we can watch the other people the whole Earth, if we can put bombs out there so we can bomb whoever we want to from space, that's the thinking. And if your whole thinking is based on military action, you have already destroyed the peace. And you can't go back. You got to destroy the whole system now and start over and hope the people who come later will be able to see what happened and don't allow it to go that direction again. Unfortunately, the corporations still exist, and they always bring people of like mind in to replace the people who die off. And that's been going on for 13,000 years now. Even before that, but this current group, when I speak in terms like this, I speak to the people I know can comprehend what I'm saying. And I'm trying to get rid of people who think that who want to believe that their bomb or their chemical weapons or whatever can control anything. You got a country like Iran that's fighting the might and size of the United States and Europe. They're not fighting you. Anybody who believes that they're just fighting the United States is wrong. The Caucasian does not go to a fight unless everybody shows up. They will have I've seen it myself. I lived in England, and I've seen roving gangs of Caucasian kids want to go up and fight one black man. One. It happens in America too. The KKK is the most famous of them. They will come 10, 15, 20 of them to one black man's house. They wouldn't send one man. Not one man would come. The whole Caucasian community would come get one just one black man. Even today it's like that. One black kid walking down the street, 10 white people looking out their window, call the police, 4 or 5 police cars show up. Unarmed black kid, and then with guns and right, every kind of weapon they can find, that's what they're bringing. That's the way wickedness goes. That's the way it travels. We'll never stop. So the system itself destroys itself. You know, a hurricane has to destroy itself. It can't be destroyed by anything else but itself. You see a hurricane, you watch it, and the conditions that created the warm water, it keeps following the track of warm water. But when it's drawing in air, it's cooling the atmosphere around it. It's bringing in moisture, air with moisture. And then finally it brings in all the cold air. Kills itself. The earth is built. The earth is a living being. Has total control. You see right now the US. It's dropping bombs like mad on Iran. Even though it can't reproduce as fast as they're dropping them. The Europeans now are trying to get Ukraine to do the same thing. It's not no longer about, it's about if we cannot stay in control, we will destroy everything. Some people are not going to believe that. You know, there's some foolish men who will tell a woman, if I can't have you, nobody can. How stupid are you? Some people kill off a whole family, wife, kill all the children, husband kill wife and children himself. This is a situation that we are seeing ourselves in now. A mass suicide. And then the earth itself. The genetics are failing. Do you hear me? The genetics are failing. So you see the Europeans coming to Africa. getting Africans into Europe to rebuild the genetics. And that's not the first time it happened. If you go back to the history of Europe, about 1400, you'll see that that same thing happened. And then when the Romans went there, the same thing happened. So ever so often, they try to rebuild the genetics, but then after the initial burst, the inbreeding comes back. Then it falls right back in place again, start dying off again. So we're in a place right now where they are seeing their survival as critical. Africans, on the other hand, they are looking at the Caucasian, the European, the American, wherever you might come from, as being somebody who is always going to be there to assist them and give them what they want. And when I say give them what they want, I mean literally give them. Say, come, we want you to build your factories in Africa. We can build them, but we prefer that you build them. We got all the resources, come and get the resources. We can dig it out of the ground and do something with it, but we're not going to do it. We want you to come and do it. A lazy man is a wicked man. And hence you see the leadership that Africa has. So you got two wicked men on one side and one on the other side. One, he destroy the planet to keep what he thinks is his control over it. And the other one is so lazy that he destroy the planet because he don't want to do anything with it. The earth have an easy choice. He said, you know what? Get rid of the two of them and rebuild. And if you don't think that the earth can create a man again, you haven't read your Bible correctly. And you haven't seen some of the books that I have seen. Anyway, have a great day wherever you are. Peace.